WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:04 on October 11th. I'm Madison Pergram, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News This Morning. And it's Happy Friday. It feels like a Friday. We've made it to the weekend, but let's go to meteorologist Kelly McShane to see what today's forecast is going to be like and throughout the weekend.
Madison, we finally made it to Friday. Today is going to be another beautiful day here in the mountains, but we do have a few changes coming to the forecast, but I will talk about those a little bit later. Let's go ahead and get you out the door this morning. We have clear skies, a little bit of clouds just off to our west, but overall those clear skies let a little bit of fog settle in. Check it out over towards Whitesburg, visibility reduced, so just be very careful throughout the region this morning. That fog could be a little bit thick at times, and temperatures are in the 50s and 60s this morning. So folks, especially in the valleys, may want a light jacket, but by the time we get to this afternoon, temperature is going to be feeling pretty nice once again, and I will map out those changes we're expecting heading into the weekend here in just a little bit. Madison.
Thank you, Kelly. Well, with the changing of the seasons comes a change of heart in Harlan County around this time of year. This year will be the 39th annual Tri-City Empty Stocking Fund. This charity organization has grown from feeding and providing gifts for 50 families to now more than 500. This year they received special help all the way from Rogersville, Tennessee. WYMT's Lacey Roberts met with the group and has more.
Around this time of year, a helping hand is always appreciated.
I've seen a lot of people that have benefited from it, and it's just a great thing.
The Empty Stocking Fund is just one of the charities that has made an impact in Benham.
They've always found a way to provide for families in need during the Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays.
And this year they received help from the church ladies. This is Ann and Brenda from the Ann and Brenda Show.
Yeah, I don't know why they use that shade of lipstick.
They do video skits that are funny and just down to earth. Everybody can just relate to them.
Working in retail, they began posting videos on Facebook.
Every church, especially Southern Church, has that one little church lady. I mean, everyone does. And if you're that church lady, we love you.
Yes.
Using their personalities to show the love of God through humor. They connected with Jeanette and soon became family.
And that's when we found out about the Empty Stocking Fund. And we said, absolutely, we're on board.
Collecting toys since June of this year, they drove 2 hours.
It doesn't have to be in your hometown. It doesn't have to be in your community. You don't even have to know the people. Doesn't matter. Every kid deserves a Christmas. Yeah. Every family deserves a Christmas.
Helping continue a tradition James Muggins Bennett could still be proud of.
He always did more than was necessary. He's always gone above and beyond.
And we take that for granted.
Yeah.
Way too often. Yeah. Way too often.
Knowing that the families in his community will always be taken care of. In Harlan County, Lacey Roberts, WYMT Mountain News.
Donations are still being collected and will continue to be received until the fund holds its auction in December and gifts are distributed to families. Well, the Harlan County Bicentennial Festival began last night in downtown Harlan. The Bicentennial Festival has games, food, and music, and on Saturday, one of those entertainers is Harlan native Jordan Smith. The Bicentennial gives the people of Harlan County a chance to reflect on who they are and celebrate where they are going together.
We're very, very excited to be able to celebrate what we are, what we've been, and look forward to a promising future.
The grand marshals for the parade tomorrow will consist of coal miners and veterans. And more than $1 million is now being put towards improvements for the Jenny Wiley State Resort Park. The announcement was made yesterday at the May Lodge, bringing local and state leaders to Floyd County. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more on what this could mean for the county and Eastern Kentucky as a whole.
Giving the people what they deserve.
There's so much good stuff starting to happen here.
That is what state and local officials say is happening through a $1.8 million investment in the Jenny Wiley State Resort Park.
This announcement's huge for Floyd County. We have something that most communities in the state don't have. I think sometimes we take it for granted.
Those funds come from Kentucky's Restoring the Finest initiative and will be used to update and repair facilities at the park.
It's nice right now, particularly the lodge with the lounge and the restaurant and everything. It's going to get a lot better.
A new lodge roof, exterior repairs, and some updates to the conference center are some of the projects on the drawing board.
That's a growing part of tourism, and we want to take advantage of this growing trend.
Updating the park is one way local leaders believe they can capitalize on the area's assets.
They have stepped up. They've known this problem has been around for a while, and once we had a plan in place, they got behind it.
And more updates are expected in the future.
We just got to get a bigger bite from across the state, bringing people right on up here where we're at. We got things to do. We got beautiful places. We just got to get them here to see it.
To help create more tourism opportunities for Eastern Kentucky. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Construction on the new projects is expected to begin in December, and those involved say they are also hoping to secure more funds to complete a campground expansion project in the future. And Believe Appalachia, it's not just a slogan on a t-shirt. It's an initiative that looks to revitalize West Virginia one town at a time, and it's all starting in Huntington. AT&T announced the Believe Appalachia program aimed at making Huntington a better and safer place to live. The program works through Habitat for Humanity to get rid of problem homes and create new homes for people in need.
Your generous donation is taking us a long way in continuing toward our goal of eliminating these dangerous properties. Abandoned structures present 2.5 times the risk of fatal fires to firefighters than any other occupied structure that burns.
Another $20,000 is going to building a wellness center that will be used by the Huntington Fire and Police Departments. And Hannah's Garden is a flower shop opened by a 21-year-old in August. From silk to fresh flowers, the flower shop offers many options with a focus of also helping the community. I talked with the owner to learn more. When you walk into Hannah's Garden, beauty fills the room.
I loved the joy of flowers and what they give to each other.
A special person close to the young owner inspired the flower shop.
All of my life I had followed in my grandmother's flower shop, and I had loved the idea of helping families in their time of need.
But beyond the flowers, fountains, and wind chimes is something more, a life lesson.
One of the best things that I learned is help people no matter what. That service was the key, and kindness.
And this is Hannah Sword, the face behind the name of the shop and who happens to be the 21-year-old shop owner.
If someone comes in and they need something, if it is in my power that I can help them, to help them.
She takes us into her sympathy room, where items like casket sprays for families are for rent.
We have them set up to where you can come in and any of these you can pick out and rent.
Allowing families in tight financial situations to still honor their loved ones.
I know when a loved one is so special, you want to be able to pick them out. You want to be able to make sure it's what they would have liked.
And as every flower blooms, Hannah sees something deeper.
A flower represents I thought of you. It represents love, it represents sympathy. I'm just thankful that I got my shop.
Finding beauty beyond the buds. Hannah's Garden is located in Floyd County, but they also serve Pike, Johnson, Magoffin, Knott, and Perry counties. We have more information on the store and contact information on our website at WYMT.com. Well, yesterday, children with cancer got to forget about their disease and spend a day at Keeneland. It was part of Make-A-Wish Day. Children and their families got to spend a day at the races and got some star treatment. They dined in a special dining room, got a tour of the track, visited the paddock where they all got a gift, and watched the races by the rail. The organizers say they've been doing this for years and it never gets old.
It doesn't. It's just each year the families are just, they're different, but they're the same in a good way. You know, they're so appreciative to be out here, and it's for the whole family. It's not only the Make-A-Wish child, but the parents and the siblings.
This year marked the 12th year for the event, and employees also make donations. Those donations are matched, which allows Keeneland to sponsor a child as a Keeneland recipient. And yesterday was National Mental Health Awareness Day. Struggles with mental health can make an already unfortunate situation even worse to work through. One example of this is homelessness. And in Lexington, there are many support systems for the homeless. But when the person is dealing with serious mental illness, criminal charges, and substance abuse, that demands a much deeper, wider range of help. Yesterday, our sister station WKYT had a special access to a court program in Lexington that does just that. And it's unlike any court you may have seen or heard about.
These folks have very complex problems. Mental health and substance abuse, each alone is difficult to treat, but when you have it in combination, it's incredibly difficult to treat, and these are folks without the resources.
Most of the time it's you get one shot, you blow it, you're out. This program, we knew that was not going to work. You know, it takes repetitive time sometimes to get clean, to get sober, to figure it out.
It's called Mental Health Diversion Court, and through a partnership with NAMI of Lexington, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, and Urban County Government, it's changing and saving lives.
Temperatures on this Friday morning are a little bit chilly for some as we wake up and start our day. Temperatures are in the 50s and 60s, a little bit cooler into those valleys as well, maybe waking up into those lower 50s, but overall you just may want to grab a light jacket this morning. Big Sandy folks, you guys are in the low 60s, so it is a touch warmer for you all. And we do have clear skies, so the sensors read 10 miles, but I know in some of those valley regions a little bit of fog is developing, so be very careful and take it easy on the roads. If you do see that fog, be sure to remember those low beams. For today, we are going to reach about 80 degrees heading into this afternoon, and we should stay mostly sunny for the morning, but heading into the afternoon, clouds will increase, and I will map out those details here in just a little bit. Madison.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Seemingly a staple in a hot Kentucky summer, we all hear that the blood-sucking insects are more than just a nuisance, but some people in Louisville are seeing that grim reality firsthand.